Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. Overview. Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, Mastering the Inner Game of Wealth, discusses the mindset required to achieve financial freedom, well-being, and happiness. This book discusses how rich and successful people align their thoughts and beliefs with their goals. If you want to change the fruits, you will first have to change the roots. If you want to change the visible, you must first change the invisible. The author, Harv Eker, outlines 17 wealth files, thoughts, that differentiate the rich from the poor. He himself used some of these principles to transition from nothing to a millionaire. He suggests shifting or resetting the mindset to fill the gap between wishing for success and achieving success. Your thought patterns will determine your wealth. Our beliefs about money, our mental money blueprint, can be compared to a thermostat. Just like the thermostat keeps the temperature in a certain range, our financial thermostat keeps us in the same financial zone. That's why some people who win the lottery often go bankrupt in a short period of time, while the millionaires who went broke gather back their wealth in almost no time. Millionaires never lose the essential ingredient to their success, their millionaire mindset. You might have the financial knowledge, but if your mental money blueprint is not set for a high level of success, you will never have a lot of money, and if somehow you gather the money, you will most likely lose it. If you want to move to a higher level of life, you have to be willing to let go of some of your old ways of thinking and being and adopt new ones. Your thought patterns about money are shaped by what your parents taught you. Our mind is like a computer, and our thoughts act as instructions. This computer is in a blank state when we are born, but as we grew, it started getting programmed with everything we hear about money from our parents and others. All the statements you heard about money when you were young remain in your subconscious mind as part of the blueprint that is running your financial life. Your programming leads to your thoughts lead to your feelings lead to your actions lead to your results. Programming, and thought, and feeling, and action, and results. Most people are not aware of this, but their logic about money is usually influenced by these deeper and more powerful feelings, which governs what they do. Examine yourself before changing your thought pattern. The first step towards financial well-being is to recognize and acknowledge the thought pattern which is keeping you away from it. To change your thought pattern, you must first be aware of it. You can't change something unless you know it exists. The next step is to understand where your way of thinking originated from. Try asking the following questions to yourself. What habits, behavior did you learn from your parents, and how did it impact you? What thought patterns do you follow? What level of success are you programmed for? What unconscious methods do you follow to handle your bank account? After this self-examination, you will gain a fairly good idea about your thought pattern. Once you know your thought patterns, the next step is to break free from them. Replace your thoughts with the new principles and behavior. After you get an understanding of your thought patterns, the next step is to disassociate yourself from them. You can observe that your thoughts are like a file of information stored in your mind a long time ago and may not hold any truth or value for you anymore. Based on who you are today and where you want to be tomorrow, you can choose to keep those files or delete them and separate yourself from it. If you are saving your money for a rainy day, what are you going to get? Rainy days. Stop doing that. Instead of saving for a rainy day, focus on saving for a joyous day or for the day you win your financial freedom. Finally, declare your intentions. A declaration is a positive statement of intention that something will happen. When expressed loudly, it sends a powerful message to our subconscious and releases a strong energy into all the cells of our body. Have a positive attitude towards money. Poor people play down the importance of money compared to other things like love, compassion, and kindness. They think that money and happiness cannot coexist. They resent and envy those with money and perceive them as bad. The author argues that to lead a happy life, you need to have both. He asks the question, what's more important, your arm or your leg? Similarly, both money and love are important to rich people. If you don't think money is important, you simply won't have any. Stop complaining and start acting. You attract what you think. If you think you are the victim and complain about it, you'll always find yourself surrounded by problems. Complaints are like crap magnets. The more you complain, the more things you'll find to complain about. Poor people have the habit of complaining about their financial condition. They blame their employer, government, or someone else. They believe life just happens to them and they have no control over it. On the other hand, rich people never complain about their current situation. They believe they can shape their life as they wish. They consider problems as opportunities in disguise. They take it upon themselves to act. The size of the problem is never the issue. What matters is the size of you. Commit yourself to be rich. The wealth file in the poor person's mind knows how wonderful it is to be rich, but they also believe that being rich might bring problems. As a result, their minds are faced with contradictory messages on wealth. They're not sure what they really want. Hence, they are afraid to commit themselves and are reluctant to give up their freedom. Whereas the rich commit themselves to wealth even if it means taking on additional responsibilities or working long hours. They challenge themselves and stay out of their comfort zone. If your goal is to be comfortable, chances are you'll never get rich. But if your goal is to be rich, chances are you'll end up mighty comfortable. Get paid for the results instead of your time. Poor people prefer to get paid a steady salary based on the time they work. They look forward to a guaranteed amount of money at the end of every month, but this security comes with a price. The problem is that time is limited for everyone, and no matter how much you make hourly, you'll be limited by the number of hours you work. Hence, they are unable to create wealth. On the contrary, rich people know the value they bring with them, and hence are paid on the value they provide. They create systems that make them money without depending on the time they put in. They believe in themselves, in their value, and in their ability to achieve results. 17. Wealth files. Rich people believe, I create my life. Poor people believe life happens to me. Rich people play the money game to win. Poor people play the money game to not lose. Rich people are committed to being rich. Poor people want to be rich. Rich people think big. Poor people think small. Rich people focus on opportunities. Poor people focus on obstacles. Rich people admire other rich and successful people. Poor people resent rich and successful people.
Rich people associate with positive, successful people. Poor people associate with negative or unsuccessful people. Rich people are willing to promote themselves and their value. Poor people think negatively about selling and promotion. Rich people are bigger than their problems. Poor people are smaller than their problems. Rich people are excellent receivers. Poor people are poor receivers. Rich people choose to get paid based on results. Poor people choose to get paid based on time. Rich people think both. Poor people think either or. Rich people focus on their net worth. Poor people focus on their working income. Rich people manage their money well. Poor people mismanage their money well.